I think you should introduce.
Because I was being petty last week?
Yeah. We're always just chugging our drink in the first episode. This is water. I'm the DD.
This is water, too.
Yeah.
This is not water.
Mine's, we have dirty water where we're at.
Ew.
That's why mine's brown.
Oh my gosh. It's well water.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to...
What?
Podcast. I'm Aubriana.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Becca.
And Alston is camping with his friends this week, so we are shy a member, which is fine. Sorry.
Hell yeah. Good start. Good start.
Perfect.
But since we are considered content creators, and I also am a bigger content creator on my own, we're going to talk about internet decorum and how people behave and what really should be normal but isn't.
Right?
You always fill the empty space with right.
I know, that's why that one week you weren't here, it was so odd. Because, like, we didn't have your little commentary. Mm-hmm. Even Abby, before she was, like, on the pod, like, she was one of the first people who would start watching it. Mm-hmm. And she always said, she was like, Jason has the best little, like, one-liners. It'll be, like, whatever, and he'll be like, I'd him. And I'm just like, yes, that's totally him.
Someone's gotta do it.
But I had a video go viral, like super viral, 1.5 million views on TikTok and on Facebook.
Woo!
And it just got us to thinking about, like, reading through the comments. You know, people are really mean on the internet. The internet is not a nice place. And it just got us thinking, like, I could never imagine getting on somebody's video and saying something so cruel about them to make them feel bad about themselves. And so we thought, let's talk about it. Let's teach you guys how to be nice to people on the internet, which shouldn't be something that needs to be taught. But here we are.
Yeah, genuinely. Like, we were literally just talking about that. Like, I might comment on somebody's video, like, leave that man. Especially if it's somebody's thing, like, complaining about, like, their relationship or, like...
Yeah.
Like, weaponizing competence videos where it's like, oh, he told me I don't clean, so I quit cleaning for a week. Okay, that type of thing. But I'd never be like, your house is disgusting, you need to call CPS. Like, right. I don't get how people's mindset are like that, but I just feel like... You said it the best. I think you literally called them in your video keyboard warriors. Yeah. Because it's genuinely, that's what it is. Like, people feel so confident behind a keyboard because they're like, oh, they don't know who I am. And that's why many times when people get actually exposed and, like, they're like, oh, I was doxxed or whatever. And I was just an internet. It still matters. You're saying that to somebody who is a real person, who has a real life. Like, in your situation, you have a family.
And real feelings.
Real feelings.
Like... For me personally, I've been doing this for 5-6 years now. And so, like, I'm kind of numb to internet trolls.
Did you feel that?
No, you troll. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't read through the comments very often. I don't respond to comments very often unless it's like somebody being like, hey... And here's the thing, and this, I feel like I made a video saying this after the video of the couch went viral. And I said there's a way to give people constructive criticism without being outright mean. Like, you can say, hey, maybe you could try this, without being like, hey, you're disgusting, you should do this.
And I feel like people need to call disgusting when it's actually disgusting, but your house is not. We just talked about a video that we both saw where it was somebody... was getting, like, they had the cops call on them because they heard kids screaming or whatever. These kids literally had dog on their feet. Like, that's how dirty that house was. That is the type of situation where kids get taken away from you when they're living in actual filth.
Yeah,
like, it's
with
not...
that, then you say something.
Right, do you think we would all be sitting in this house filming a podcast in a location that is that gross? Why would she ever post things online? I mean, I guess some people do, but, like, Obs is a very smart woman, and she cares deeply about her family and her kids, and she would never post content that could potentially, like, put anybody in danger, but you would never have your kids living in that environment to begin with. We live in small houses. We have no space. Have you ever lived in a place that has no closets? Because that's what
I do.
Me too. Do you have closets in your house?
Wait, I don't.
See?
Same.
And I think... it's so easy to judge people based off, like, to look at your own life and then judge people based off that, but no one lives the same life. Like, my kids are busy and they're messy, and I had a traumatic childhood where I wasn't allowed to be a kid. We cleaned all the time. My parents weren't the ones cleaning. It was always the kids.
Yeah.
And cleaning is trauma to me. Like, I do it because I have to, but it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to do extra of. Like, my house is safe, my floors get mopped regularly, my living room gets vacuumed regularly, the bed sheets get changed all the time, the trash gets taken out, all the things that are gonna ensure that my kids are safe in the house. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to have this picture perfect house, and just because I don't, for some reason that gives people a free pass to call me names in the comments.
There's so many times I want to comment in your comments and, like, freak the out at people. They're so evil.
That's a really good... Literally, it's evil.
Like, I try so hard not to say anything. I'm just like, just don't say anything. You're just gonna call them or I hope you die, and, like, because I'll get mean when I have to.
I think the most disgusting thing people comment on my post is that CPS needs to be called on me, which is insanity, because, like, my house doesn't stink. I clean up. If my dogs have an accident in the house, I clean it up right away. All of my kids have clean laundry all of the time. There's never a day that goes by where we're searching in the dirty laundry for something for my kids to wear. They always have clean clothes. And the biggest thing that makes me laugh is I have a mandated reporter at my house every single week by choice. I've never been designated like somebody that has to come check on my kids or check on the cleanliness of my house, but I choose to have my kids in a program where we have a mandated reporter here every week, and there's never been an issue. And it's not that I, like, hyper clean before they get here. Like, yes, I do clean up, because don't you clean up before you have guests? That's literally normal. But I don't do more than necessary, and they've never said anything.
I feel like, exactly, when we had the house we were renting before, when people would come over, it'd take us, like, 30 minutes before people would come over. Like, I'd go in the bathroom and, like, clean the toilet really quick and, like, wipe the seat down and, like, sweep the floor really quick, because we have dogs, too. And then, like, Alston would pick up all the dog toys, because Nala's crazy. And then, like, fix the blankets on the couch. And, like, that's a normal thing. Like, I just... If your house is not lived in and that's the way that you enjoy it, that's fine. But again, that's your lifestyle, not any of ours. I enjoy having a house that is comfortable, that is lived in, that has decorations, that has stuff. I also wish I had a closet or an attic or a basement or anything else, but not everybody is privileged enough to live in a house like that. I think I love decorating, and that was, like, the hardest thing about moving from a house back into an apartment is, like, what do you do with a Christmas tree when you don't have a closet?
Yeah.
What do you do with all your decorations that go for Christmas or Halloween or Valentine's Day or spring or summer, like all your garden stuff? Like, we had a grill. What do you do with a grill when you're moving into an apartment? Like, and yeah, that is our problem, but you have to find a way to make it work, and it may look messy to some people, but it's the only way that we can live. My apartment with my husband, it's small. We have no closets. We have one tiny storage space that we have to use a 6-foot ladder to get into, like, climb up a ladder to get to our stuff. So it's like, we're clearly not going to put stuff up there that we need regularly. We have a bed, but you can only fit so much stuff under there. We have 2 dogs. We can't take away every space for them where they can lay down. And it comes, same with you. You have 4 kids and some dogs. Well, you can't just shove stuff everywhere where they don't have places to go. So, like, you have to, like, have certain piles. So, like, other places are open for them. And, like, if you don't have to live like that, like, congratulations. But a lot of us have to deal with that.
And the solution that everybody suggests is just get rid of stuff. And it's like, okay, first off, I'm trying. And second off, what do you expect me to do? Let my kids walk around with no clothes on?
Right.
Like, I also have kids who they have the ability to tell me what they want and what they don't want. I'm not going to get rid of their favorite blankets just because you guys think they have too many blankets. I'm not going to get rid of their favorite clothes just because you guys think they have too many clothes. Sure, I'll complain about all the laundry I have to do, but my kids have full authority over what they keep and what they get rid of. All I hope is that I instill in them that they don't have to keep everything, and that things are just things. They don't have sentimental value. They don't, those memories are not held in the things. They're held in you. Like, that's what I'm trying to teach them. But if they want to keep something that I don't think is necessary, I'm not going to make them get rid of it.
And I think kids deserve to have toys.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and plus, how many people in your lives go to the birthday parties for your children? They each deserve their own amount of toys that they want. And it's not fair just because internet people or even, you know, other people in your life that may say anything like that's, your kids are their own people. They're allowed to make choices about their stuff to a certain extent. Obviously, that is why Ob steps in a lot of the time, but like, just because somebody thinks that's too many toys, but for that kid, like, that's their everything right now.
See, and like, we always encourage, like, just think, if you really, really don't want this, there might, or if you're like on the edge and you're like, I kind of want it, but I kind of think I could get rid of it, just remember there's somebody else out there that might want it more than you. And that normally will encourage them to get rid of more. But again, it's still, if they're like, this is my favorite, I'm like, okay, you're keeping it. And God forbid, not everybody wants to be a minimalist.
Right.
Yeah.
I do not want to be a minimalist. I like stuff. I like shopping. I don't have a shopping addiction. But I do like to buy new stuff. I do like to have stuff. I like my house to look like kids live here. Sorry if that offends you. But like, back to the point of this, all of these things are like each person's individual choice. And like, if you want to, again, come on the internet and be like, hey, you could try this, that, and the third, that's fine. And yeah, it's your God-given right to say whatever the hell you want on the internet, but there are people out there who are killing themselves because of how mean people are on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, that's disgusting. And if I weren't as strong as I am, there's a good chance I would have spiraled by now based on my comment sections.
Yeah, those are brutal. I hate those people.
It's rough too, being the type of content creator you are too, where you get so many hate comments, but a man who does your same exact stay at home gets millions of views, gets positive comments about how great of a parent he is, and his house looks the same as yours, especially before he starts cleaning it. Yep. And I like that, this content creator that I'm talking about too, but I don't sit there praising him any more than you. Like, you're doing the same thing. And that's something that a lot of people don't realize either, is that diversity difference between most men's comment sections versus a female's comment sections. Like, we deal with a lot of bullshit.
Well, like, and for me, this is what my job, this is what I was made to do. Clean the house, cook the dinners, take care of the kids. But for a man, oh my God, you're amazing. You're cleaning the house, you're cooking, you're taking care of the kids.
Right, above and beyond.
It's the same work. We're putting in the same amount of effort every day. But yet he's getting more praise than I am because I am biologically conditioned to do this.
Double standard bullshit.
Yep.
I need to actually, I told Alston, like, I want to start making more, I make so many cooking stuff, like, I cook all the time, and, like, these are actually, like, good recipes. Like, I made this really good meal prep the other day, and I was like, ugh, but it's one of those things, too, where it's, like, before, when I was, like, filming, I never wanted meat in it, and that's part of the reason, too, is, like, I'm like, I don't want to go read comments about me. Like, let alone, it doesn't bother me. I feel like, Obs, like, you could come up to my face and be like, you're fat, and I'd be like, yeah. Can I help you? Like, you want a picture?
Same with me being gay. I'd be like, yeah, I love
Right, like, it doesn't bother me, but I don't want to go and post a video and then, like, every comment's, like, something, like, bullshit. So that's what made me nervous, like, when I first started, like, doing some food videos. It was always just, like, me with my phone, just, like, here's me chopping, here's me putting it in the oven, instead of, like, actually having, like, a stand, like what we do now.
Yeah. I will say, and this is for you guys, anyone out there who plans to create content, there are ways to moderate your comments. There are ways to, you could go in there and put fat on your no comment list, and you wouldn't see a single comment like that. Like, I could go put disgusting or whatever on mine, and none of those comments will pop up. Even now, like, my comments are so moderated that 50% of them I have to review before they can even show up on my feed. So a lot of people will be like, oh, I see you deleting comments. No, I just never approved them in the first place. Because why would I allow that negativity onto my post if I don't have to? So you can moderate your comments. You can turn your comments off. You don't have to listen to it. And also, remember that a lot of these people, even though they're criticizing you, are hiding much bigger secrets. Like, we all have things we don't want the world to know. We all have things we don't want people to judge us on. So, believe me when I say all of these keyboard warriors have something that they don't want you to find out.
Projection.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest.
They might have a clean house, but something's going on where they have the audacity to be vile to strangers on the internet.
Like, they're probably not getting or something.
I also think sometimes people have, like, almost similar situations to what we have, and then it makes them feel better by talking about what they see. Because it's like, well, that's worse than what I live in. It's like, again, I don't know, comparing to others is a thing that I really don't care to do. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, wow, Jason, like, you have a whole house, but you're single. Like, I feel like I deserve a house because I have a husband and dogs. And,
right.
like, don't you want to live in an apartment? Because, like, I just feel like if we're comparing our lives...
That'd be so annoying.
Who does that?
I'd be like, bitch, shut the up and smack you in the face.
See, that's literally what internet people do, but just do it online. It's the same exact type of concept where it's that... maybe your inner monologue or whatever in your brain, like, saying this, but it's like, you don't have to say this stuff out loud. Mm-hmm. Like, you can be jealous if that's what you are, you can be angry, you can be whatever, but I just think nobody has a filter anymore, because, again, it's like, oh, it's online. But there's still people behind that, people with feelings, people with real situations that they're dealing with, and maybe they're putting it online to connect with other people that are dealing with that, too. I always find that so weird, because we grew up in the YouTube generation when, like, YouTube was really getting popular. Mm-hmm. I'm following YouTubers that they've been on YouTube for how many years at this point now?
Since when did it start? Like, 09?
I think literally 09 or 010 or like 10 or something.
Even us, like, YouTube was, we didn't have, I think when I was a teen, like, later teen, Vine came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Facebook and YouTube.
But I remember when people were first starting to post on YouTube and everyone around here was like, that's so dumb, they're gonna post their lives on there, what's gonna happen? And that's the thing where we used to make videos with our friends in high school. Like, our one friend would genuinely make music videos with us and pictures and whatever else, and we tried posting them on YouTube, and his parents flipped out and was like, that's too sexual for kids. A stupid girl's music video, a Pink song.
That was not sexual at all.
And they're like, they're gonna come find you. You're gonna have internet creeps come and find you.
Oh my god.
And it's so crazy to think that now there's literally family vloggers.
No, and it's funny because, like, back in the day, you know, you're, like, all embarrassing, like us recording those videos, like us doing little dances or whatever, and it's so embarrassing. But now, people do it all the time. They get rich off that. They're pretty. But
that's how TikTok became during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Everybody doing TikTok dances is how it really started blowing up. Like, I don't know Madison Ray, is she one who did that?
Addison.
See, there's a couple different ones. I never was fully into that side of TikTok, but like you said, people literally don't have to work because they danced on TikTok. So it has evolved so much. It really has. I just, oh my gosh, thinking of that, like, when we first, like, the music videos we used to make were, we would take pictures with a digital camera, and our friend would upload them to his computer, and then, like, make a music video with pictures.
It's so cringy. I want to watch them again. I told you I was going to go home and watch them, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Moral of the story is, even if you don't have to say everything you think.
Yeah, sometimes a filter is a good thing.
Yeah. Sometimes just keep it inside. If you don't, and this is my biggest thing, is if you don't like the way someone else lives, don't live that way.
Right.
It's not your life. Like, I could see if, like, you saw a video of mine cleaning my house and there was food all over the floor and, like, moldy plates in the sink and all this stuff. Like, that's something to be like, hey, even then, no, like, there is no reason to be outright rude and, like, disgusting and mean to people on the internet.
And they would never say that to someone's face because they know they would get their face slapped.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like, come to me and say it like a man.
Yeah, bitch.
And even to kick it old school, like, I think people need the filter. But if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything. And I think it's very interesting, like, you literally just said this and it made my brain, like, click. Is just because you're sharing your life doesn't mean you're trying to make people live like you. You're just sharing your life. You're not shoving it in people's faces. You're not making people live like you and like forcing people to like act like life is okay or whatever. You're not giving anybody an excuse for the way that they live. You're just sharing your life.
And you're connecting with people.
Yeah. And that goes for anybody. Anytime you share something on the internet, you're just sharing your life. You're not forcing anybody else to do it.
And I'm also not making you watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you don't like it, why the are you watching?
Scroll on.
Don't, if you're mad about the way I live, don't give me the view. And also, you guys are not, like, you guys see a very small portion of my life. Just because you see parts of my life doesn't mean you have the whole picture. My life is far busier than I share with the internet. When I post a video, it's 30 minutes of my life that you're seeing. You don't see the time I spend with my kids. You don't see what I do with my kids. You don't see how I am as a mother. I don't share my kids online. Like, yeah, they'll pop up in my videos, but my videos have never once been focused on my children. I don't share a lot of personal details about my children. Every once in a while, I'll share some, like, parenting things that I do just to, like, I don't know, maybe... my whole thing is I like to relate because I know that there is a good chunk of people out there that live the way I do, and I like to make them feel better about themselves, to be like, hey, not everyone lives in this picture-perfect home. Not everyone's house is spotless. Not everyone is a chill mom. Sometimes, there are people out there who get overwhelmed and who have too much stuff going on around them and have too much stuff in their house, and their house gets messy. Like, that's my whole goal. So I'm not sharing my whole life. I'm sharing bits and pieces to make people feel more confident in themselves. And you guys are judging me based off of a 1-minute video, which is kind of insane to me.
And I also think to hit on algorithm type things, the more you comment, watch, and like, share, especially though comment on videos, the more it will pop up on your timeline, whether it's Facebook.
And the more money it pays me.
Yeah, so... haters, keep watching. Just don't fucking comment.
Well, you can even comment or whatever. That's fine. She's not going to look at all of them anyway. Or we won't. I don't even really look at any of her comments on any of our stuff. Or even TikTok. I just share. I comment myself. But all you're doing is giving these people, if you don't like the content genuinely, you're like, wow, I really hate this. You're disgusting. I don't want to watch this. Then don't interact with the video, because then you're just going to keep getting the same type of content.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I have so many people that are like, why does this stuff keep popping up on my feed? Well, probably because you're commenting on it. She's like, I didn't even know you guys... Maya! She's like, I didn't even realize you guys were back here. Go. Our dogs are so curious.
Mm-hmm.
Maya, go. They just mosey in here, like... Maya literally looked surprised that we were back
she
here.
was like we haven't been talking at this camera for how long? Weather update by Becca.
Yeah.
That breeze from outside feels nice.
Does.
It was warmer today, but just to like keep giving you updates on the UP weather at the end of this too. Last week it was like we were all dying because it was so hot. It was warm earlier, but now it cooled down. It's like the perfect summer UP day right now.
Yeah, so we did that episode talking about how it was unseasonably cold, and then the next week it was so hot, like 90s, and I'm pretty sure it felt like in the hundreds at one point.
Yes.
And then all week this week it's been like cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even like it was 58 2 days ago. Yesterday.
Yeah.
And then today we wake up and it's 80 degrees.
I know, I woke up sweating my ass off. Like, it was just cold last night. What the
Yeah, I literally, when I went to bed on Friday during the day so I could go to work last night, I was sleeping with my heated blanket because it was so cold in my house. Because it was literally, like you said, it was like 50-something degrees.
I know. I had to turn my fan off. I had to shut my windows. And then today it's so warm.
Yeah, part of the reason if you hear like anything in the background is because we have the windows open in the pod room.
And we have a fan.
It's a beautiful breeze though. Mm-hmm. Now.
It cooled down really fast, which is nice. This is just your public service announcement to either be nicer or shut your mouth. On the internet. Just because it's the internet doesn't mean it's not real. There's real people that you're talking to.
Yes.
Not everything is AI.
Yet.
So be nice.
It tweaks me out when I watch AI videos because all you have to do is look at the hands.
Or the eyeballs.
And the eyeballs.
Eyeballs are so weird.
Oh, the hands will be like they'll be like doing something and I'm like, that's not normal.
A strong hand.
Oh yeah, guys, that's another thing we should mention is if with everything going on in this country right now, be very cautious of what videos you're watching, because I've seen some AI videos of like soldiers bombing Iran that weren't real, and like people are thinking they're real. And like AI might look pretty real, but you can definitely find things that are not.
There's always something, like we were literally just saying, the hands, the eyes. Mm-hmm. Usually there's always, it'll like repeat almost, it'll be like backwards. Something will be weird in the background of something. And that's one thing that is really scary, because I think of all the people that get scammed now with like phone calls and text and like just like email. Imagine like what AI is going to do. So that could be we're going to do a whole deep dive. We should do like a conspiracy like AI episode. If you want that, you should comment. Let us know.
Just be cautious of what you're sharing, especially now. Like, fear-mongering is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
And now they're pumping out AI videos to make you think even more stuff is going on when it's not. So just be very cautious when you're sharing things. The internet can be a very nice place to be. It can be a very informative place.
Yeah.
But it can also be a very dangerous place. There's a lot of meanies online.
And I just think it's really important to remember that the people who are in power across this world know that we're better divided, so they're going to pump out videos to keep the hate that has been brewing across everywhere. It's not just in America. So that's another thing too, where when what Obs is saying is so true. Like, just even a lot of comments under people's videos, like, profiles are fake. There's a lot of fake things.
We call them bots.
So just be hyper vigilant and actually try to, and it seems crazy coming from crazy liberal, like, all we do is listen to fake news, but we actually do try to do our own research and look into things and make sure things are real. It may not seem like it, but the podcasts that we actually do talk about things, we do research. Mm-hmm. That conspiracy theory one, we all researched throughout the week before we talked about it. When we do political episodes, we make sure we have full facts before we jump into it, because even though we're a small podcast right now, we still want to be correct. We're not going to try to put out any information that can swerve people in the wrong direction, or just like to not understand something that could be potential, like, affect them in their future, especially when we talk about politics.
Yep.
Anyway,
be nice on the internet. Watch out for AI videos. And if you don't like it, don't watch.
And don't comment.
If the more you engage, the more you see. Keep that in mind when you're watching videos tonight.
And sorry if you find my tape.
God damn it.
But engage with this video.
Yeah, like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Tell us we're pretty.
Thanks for watching.
What?
But no, like, what was I saying? Oh, just because you see...
Shut the up.
Living up here in the summer is like...
Jesus Christ!
Tourists are like...
It's like they know we're doing something.
We were just out there for how long?
Right, those...
Anyway.
It vibrates, hits the spot.